Hi, everybody. Malini here. As many of you know, I will be presenting at the Parashara Conference this year, and I will be presenting on a topic that's very, very close and dear to me. This year's theme at the Parashara Conference was demystifying astrology. So I'm going to be talking about demystifying relationships. Before I talk about my class, I actually have a really special guest here and my dear, dear friend and a brother, Shanati, who has time and again hosted this conference. He's doing this fourth time in a row, and this is the fourth time I'm teaching with him. He's the first one to give me the opportunity and a platform to present my work and my findings with people. And I have him here. He's a jeweler in that sense that he knows how to recognize gems. He's a gem in himself. And he's right here. So Shanati, please tell us something about the conference and why people should join it and what you have to offer them.
Namaste, Malini. It's such an honor and pleasure to be here with you. I was so happy to see you this morning, and you made me blush a little bit with that jeweler comment. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's very sweet of you. So, this is the fourth annual Maharishi Parashara Conference. This was originally kind of inspired or gifted to me from one of my mentors, Dr. Dennis Harness, who is the founder of the Sedona Vedic Astrology Conference, which is the largest North American Jyotish conference for over 20 years. And about 5 years ago, he asked me to take it over. He wanted to retire, and it was post-COVID. And I thought the best way to do that was to take it purely virtual. So what I did that's what I did. And I really wanted to create like a diverse international Jyotish community and have the Parashara Conference kind of be like the forum for it. And that's, I think, what I've done a decent enough job at so far. Uh, we have 30 different faculty members from 11 different countries. We have 6 continents represented. We have the most well-attended international Jyotish conference, and the theme this year is the spelling of fear. And this was an inspiration from Dr. Dennis Harness and I's keynote speech last year, in which we both believe in a therapeutic application of Jyotish, that Jyotish be used as a tool for healing and self-understanding and spiritual evolution. And the reason behind that is because Dr. Harness and I both have a lot of experience with our clients coming to us with what we call Jyotish PTSD, which is a cumulative traumatic experiences from their experience with astrologers who are kind of doing doom and gloom based Jyotish, financially motivated remedies, fear-based tactics as far as their application of Jyotish, to keep their kind of clients trapped. And so we kind of wanted to bring this theme as part of an inspiration for the future of Jyotish, which is this therapeutic tool, is this healing tool, is this tool which helps people with their spiritual evolution. So whether people are presenting on something that like normally they'd be afraid of, like Sati Sati, Manglik, Nietzsche, Vakri, whatever it may be, Rahu, Ketu, malefic aspect of Mars, malefic aspect of Mongol, so on and so forth, and painting a hopeful or positive light on it, or aspects of Jyotish which are deeply kind of mysterious and bringing light to that mystery so that the fear around the mystery can be removed, like eclipses, like relationship astrology, like, male versus female astrology and things like that, and kind of painting a positive light on it so that we can feel the satya, the truth behind these matters, is really at the heart of the conference this year. And yeah, I'm really excited to have you back, Malini, on Demystifying Relationships, the least integrated aspect of self. I'd love to hear a little bit more about what we can expect from you this year.
Thank you, Shanati, for the segue. Um, I really resonate with the way you described your approach to astrology, which is it's not gloom and doom. It is a tool to connect to our highest self, to our spiritual self, and to really understand what our unique path on this planet is, how our karmas are ripening. And in the past, if you go and see my lectures, have also been on similar themes. So this year, I took the topic of demystifying relationships, mainly because um, people tend to have a very reductionist approach to relationships. Look at the Kuta score, which is a lot of people just try to talk about these compatibility scores out of 36. How much do we get? And yes, we are compatible, or no, we are not compatible. Uh, but when you think about relationships, and I'm going to share actually my screen, I have a framework which I usually use to teach, and I usually use to also coach. Um, and the framework is and like I was talking about, we have a top-down approach in society where we look at the Kuta scores, which is only looking at the moon and the nakshatras. Out of 36, how much do we get? What my approach is, and this was developed with Sam Jeppy, who was also my teacher. The approach that I take is bottom up, which is at the bottom of the pyramid is you, yourself, the self in relationships. The middle of the pyramid is the synastry between two people. And then finally, on the cherry on top is the moon, nakshatras, is how I look at it. So in the class, we'll actually focus a lot on this part of the pyramid, which is the self in the relationships. And each one of us, based on what your ascendant is, a lot of times when we do readings, we forget what our ascendant is and we're just looking at planetary placements. But each ascendant has the first house and the seventh house. The first house is yourself. The seventh house is that relationship. And it is the furthest away from us. And our journey in our lives is to integrate what is the furthest away from us within us, right? So I'm going to take that approach. I'm going to show some case studies looking at first the self and relationships, which would include analyzing the seventh house for each ascendant and looking at the masculine feminine energy balance in each chart and what each planet brings to that masculine feminine energy dynamic in the chart. We'll talk on concepts such as inner man, inner woman, the observer object, the feminine planets and their role, masculine planets and their role, and Stri Dirga, which is really how comfortable the feminine energy is in the relationship, both the man's in a heterosexual relationship, the man's and the woman's feminine energy. If the feminine energy is in balance, is compatible, is being taken care of, then the connection is easier to maintain in the long term. And then I'll also talk about synastry, which is when you bring two people together, what buttons get pushed, what are the glues that hold the relationship together, what energies get distorted, and what energies get really focused on. And what are the motivations of that couple, right? When you come into a relationship, there are two individuals, and then the couple, the relationship becomes an entity on its own. These are the things I'm going to talk about because this has what has actually helped me myself and a lot of people I coach on relationships to work through the difficulties in their relationships, but also bring out or enhance the things that work in their relationships. It's an approach where I have moved beyond just a scoring system and helped people understand who they show up in a relationship like and what are they learning through each relationship in their life, whether it is, and this can be applied to your romantic partners or your boss at work or your business partners, but these are relationships where you're trying to create some level of equality, right? Both are equal. There's no dominant or submissive. There's no authority in that relationship. So that's the approach I'm taking. I hope to see you all there. I'll have case studies there. I also have a discount code that you can use. We are 1 week away from the conference starting, so the time is ticking. If you want 10.8% discount, you can use the code Malini 108. Is that correct?
Correct.
You can use the code Malini 108, and below this video, I'll post a link, or you can see the link in my bio to click and get your tickets to the conference. I hope to see you all there. Any closing thoughts, Shanti?
Malini, I'm so happy you're bringing this to the conference this year. This is exactly what I had in mind when I created this theme for the conference this year, especially because with the coup de point system, people are so fear-based around it. I mean, I can't tell you, oh, we have a low score, are we doomed? You know, are we screwed to never be happy together? So the fact that you're highlighting some of these deeper themes of, you know, karmic glue and synastry, I'm really grateful that you're giving people many more tools to understand the juicy positive things in a partnership, the challenges, so that we can demystify, as you said, the exact nature of the spiritual compatibility between two people, instead of just being the doom and gloom of purely moon nakshatra based compatibility. So really, thank you so much. I really think this is important work, and I'm grateful that you're bringing it to Parashara this year.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. And this is a topic I'm really passionate about. Relationships, as you know, I'm someone with nodes in my 1-7 axis, has been a learning curve for me. And I've applied these principles in my life, and I've seen other people apply them and turn around a relationship 360 degrees and made it work. So yeah, thank you. See you all there. Namaste.
Namaste.